Do you have an elderly woman in your house? Do you have a grandmother? If your granny is really at home, she might be sick right now, and then your game is to take her to the hospital. But I'm telling you, wait a minute before you think of taking your granny to a hospital in Ghana. Yes, something serious, something beautiful, something amazing happens in Ghana on daily basis, especially if your granny is somebody who was involved in an accident actually and couldn't respond to treatment fast. And there is something unique that Ghanaian doctors in general or Ghanaian hospital in general do. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another edition of Afro Elite TV. Tonight, I'm bringing you something special about Ghana. And in this, we are going to analyze the psychological conditioning of blacks. I can really tell you, in Europe, when somebody falls sick, the person is treated in a hospital. Even if that person continues to be there, he or she is going to be treated. And after the treatment, before any other action can be taken. Whereas in Ghana, the Republic of Nyamibe, Tuntum Republic, Let's All Pray Republic, when somebody falls sick, and somebody was involved in an accident, especially if that person is an old lady who was involved in an accident and could not control a mental capacity in a certain degree, what certain hospitals in Ghana do or what certain doctors prescribe to be done to that patient is very simple. You know what? Let's fly that patient because she's screaming, she's too old, she was involved in an accident. Let's fly that patient all the way to Mumbai, India. Let's fly that patient all the way to Moscow. Let's fly that patient all the way to Bangkok to be treated. No, it's not true. What is done in a Ghanaian hospital in the central region of Ghana actually is that patient is an animal. That patient is a dog. That patient is a pig. And she's just screaming all day long. And we, the doctors, we cannot be on our to actually focus on our girlfriend testing ding dong, ringing in our head. So what happens in Ghana is for this patient not to scream again when we're talking, sweetie baby, how you doing? I love you. We don't want this patient to be doing this. What we do is we call the National Ambulance Service. Please grab these 70-year-old ladies, this 60-year-old lady, drive her to a faraway place from the hospital so that she doesn't scream again to disturb my sweet conversation with my sweetheart. And make sure, listen to this directive, you throw her into a bush. And that exactly is what happens in Ghana. And that, forgetting that it was black people who sold black people to the white men. This old lady was involved in an accident. And because she was mentally imbalanced and could not control her thought, this is post-traumatic distress. A doctor is supposed to know because you are a doctor. I am just FOLE. And you are watching me. Please don't forget, hit the like button, put a comment in the comment section. Yes, let's come back to the story. I am just FOLE. So the doctor thought it wise that this old lady should be thrown away into a bush far away from her home. That is the only way she can be treated. Now, it is disheartening. It is mind-blowing. Now, watch this video for yourself.
Team, the idea into the make up copy more home. I am maybe a new few 40 to 45 years, and I 9 million yasen PUP, and I into my Akatan home or that room. Now, by any one or more man team home a casano, and I'm which we say, a nana answer any more home. We are in the Muhono who say ambulance and no fee a year uniba by Sabia and the baby my meno ADC.
Munshow car banuma ambulance abai babashem. So, car banuma, ambulance, anuma ambulance, abo ambulance, aba, eba be sha anuma. Sorry.
In Europe, a bird was hit by a moving vehicle. An ambulance came in with doctors to save the life of this bird. But in Africa, when a human being is involved in an accident, we have to make sure we throw that human being like a rubbish into it. Not even a dustbin would have been a proper place, into the bush. Now, come to think of it, wait a minute. I'm just trying to make sense of this, because this hammer is, I'm trying to see how best I can use it to crack my brain. Or I look for the one who named this place Africa. I think calling this place Africa has an impact, or I don't get it. A friend of mine said being an Africa is spiritually an understandable situation, which is more disastrous than anything. I don't understand it. But this is a white man. A bird was given an ambulance with a specialized doctor to treat. But a human being was thrown away. Who do we blame? Do we blame the doctor? Do we blame the system? Or do we blame the mindset? Tell me now. Y'all tell me now. This is what black people do. This is actually true. It's not a make-up story. It is not something that is coming down from nowhere. Just you watch it. The human being was thrown into the bush, dead, gone. And I bet you those people will never face any judgments. They are free so long as they still remain Ghanaians, so long as they are committed to their political parties. Such is the life. And this reminds me of one book that I read some time ago when I was a little boy, maybe grade 6, grade 7. So remember, Joseph Conrad, in his book, in the heart of darkness, he described Africa as a primitive place. You cannot do this to a dog. There was a player who just played wildly with his cat. We saw what happened. In Africa, this is who we are. In the heart of darkness. Joseph Conrad, this book, In the Heart of Darkness, actually, chinua Achebe told his voice that this guy didn't project Africa in the best light. So he started to write a book. And that book, I read it too, Things Fall Apart. Things Fall Apart was actually a response to Joseph Conrad's In the Heart of Darkness. But believe you me, it is impossible to actually undo who we are. There is something wrong with the race. The Mongolian race, or the Mongoloid, the Caucasoid, the white race would never do this. Only the Negroid can do this and is capable of doing it. You know why? We've done that in history before. Yeah, I mean, we sold our own people. You know how much more? We sold our own energetic people, both male and female. We sold them for alcohol. I'm drunk. We sold them before, so it is okay for us today to throw an elderly woman who was traumatized by an accident she was involved in into the bush. Do not be surprised. It's one of the reasons why castles or slip posts and forts have dotted all our coasts because our forefathers took pride in selling their own people. Ladies and gentlemen, well, that is it. Hit the like button, put your comment in the comment section, share the video. I'll come back to you for more. See ya.